So today at the Washington National Cathedral, I'm sure you saw that there was a service that I guess is customary when the president is after he wins and is on his inauguration day. So he attended the service and she dragged him down and insulted him and attacked President Trump in front of his wife, in front of his vice president, in front of his staff, in front of his family, and attacked him for being anti illegal immigration and attacked him for, not supporting the transgender lie and the radical transgender ideology and the radical leftist, hardcore Marxist, LGBTQIA plus movement that is worshipped. Dr. Billy Graham is probably the best person that I could think about of how he would react to this. And I learned from the best because I'm dear friends with, the spokesperson and media person who was Billy Graham's a publicist for 35 years. And, he's a dear friend of mine. So I had the privilege of asking questions about how did he share his face with people? How did he talk to people that he befriended in a cab or that came up to him and said hi to him that were Muslim or Jewish or whatever? And he said he never preached at him. He never beat him over the head with the Bible, and he certainly never insulted them like this woman did. You know what he did? He had a relationship with them. He poured into them. He loved them. He let them ask questions. He let the people that he was meeting or sitting with at the airport or in a cab with or whatever, he let them ask the questions, and he just had a wonderful relationship. Johnny Cash was one of those guys, and he would go on vacations. He befriended Johnny Cash, again, never preached at him and shoved stuff down his throat, shared with him when he asked about it. But he went with Johnny Cash and his family, Dr. Graham did with his family, and vacationed with the Cashes, and he taught June Carter Cash how to swim and, some of the other, Carter kids. And she is not a believer to this day, but she wrote a remarkable couple of pages in a book that talked about all these different people, George Bush, Bono, all these world people, and what why they loved Billy Graham and what he meant to them. And so it's with that that I share with you, and I think it's disgusting, and I think it's reprehensible, and it shows you that she is a political she has a political pulpit, not a godly pulpit. Her pulpit is for a leftist agenda, and it is not a it's a worldly church. Her church is a church of this world, not, on God's economy, not from godliness. It's not a real church. It's not. It's just not an authentic real church. But I wanted to say this. Dr. Jeffress, my pastor, my friend of, First Baptist Dallas and a friend of President Trump's tweeted this today, and I retweeted it. It's on my Twitter feed. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Chris Crock Show, at Chris Crock Show, CHRISKR, okay? Dr. Jeffress said, attended national prayer service today at the Washington National Cathedral, during which Bishop Mariann Edgar Budd insulted rather than encouraged our great president. There was palpable disgust in the audience with her words, and he was right to say that. My former pastor from Georgia, Dr. Jeff Laborg, says this is what happens when there's a departure from the authority of the Bible. This would never have happened if the Bible is the first and final authority. This was not only a disgrace, it dishonored God and his word. And I agree. God loves boundaries. It's in his word. Boundaries are important to him. He wants us to enforce those. God also puts in our authorities. God puts in charge the authorities, whether they're good authorities or bad authorities, they're in charge, and he puts them in there. And it's clear in Romans 13, God gives government the sword for a reason. If you obey the laws of the land, you have nothing to fear. But if you disobey the laws of the land, you have everything to fear. That's why he gave them the God gave government the sword for a reason, and that includes illegal immigration. Doesn't mean you're gonna get your head chopped off. It just means that you should be afraid of the authorities when you break the law. So shame on her.